English garden. Bring the world to you all. Nouns. What is a noun? A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, or idea. Nouns play an important role and have ability to perform different functions in sentences. Do you like apple, don't you? As you can see, there are many different types of apples, such as Fuji, Gala, Golden Delicious, Granny Smith, etc. Each kind of apple tastes a little bit different, but each is still an apple. Nouns are the same. Whichever type you are coming across will have its own characteristics, but it will still be nouns and fits our answer to the question, what is a noun? A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, or idea. Here are the different ways to describe or classify nouns. The first. Common and proper nouns. Common nouns. Common nouns are naming words that are common to people, places, things or idea. Common nouns do not define any particular person, place or thing. They are general names. So, they are not capitalized unless they begin a sentence. For examples: girl, day, doctor. Proper nouns. Proper nouns are names of specific people, places or things such as your name, your friend's name, your parents' name or the name of your city and country are special naming words. These words are called proper nouns. Special naming words or proper nouns always begin with a capital letter. For examples: Jacob, Tuesday, Chicago. The second. Concrete and abstract nouns. Concrete nouns. A concrete noun names a person, place, or thing that is a physical object. This means that you can see, hear, smell, taste, or touch it. In other words, a concrete noun represents a material object rather than an abstract quality, state, or action. For examples: friend, home, flower. Abstract nouns. An abstract noun names an idea, feeling, quality, or concept. It is not a physical object. This means you can think about an abstract noun, but you cannot see, hear, smell, taste or touch it. In other words, thing that has no material body is known as abstract nouns. For examples: power, fear, wisdom. The third. Countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns that can be counted. They can be both singular and plural forms. In other words, any noun you can make plural is a countable noun. For examples: dog, dogs, car, cars, bottle, bottles. Uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted. Since they cannot be counted, they are only used as the singular form. For examples: water, milk, luggage. The fourth. Singular and plural nouns. Singular nouns. Singular nouns are nouns that refer to one person, place, thing, or idea. For examples: cat, ball, face. Plural nouns. Plural nouns are nouns that refer more than one person, place, thing, or idea. They normally end with s. For examples: monkeys, rabbits, trees, In other words, with most singular nouns, we just add s to make English has both regular and irregular plural nouns. Regular plurals follow this rule and other similar rules, but irregular plurals are, well, not regular and don't follow a standard rule. The first. When a singular noun ends in s, ch, sh, x, or z, we add es to make it plural. For examples: box, boxes, bush, bushes, boss, bosses, watch, watches, buzz, buzzes. The second. When a noun ends in o, we usually add s to make it plural. For examples: one piano, two pianos, one rhino, two rhinos. However, we add es for the following exceptions: tomato, potato, hero, echo, tornado, volcano, and mango. The third. When a singular noun ends with a consonant plus y, we change the y to I and add es. For examples: sky, skies, candy, candies, lady, ladies. However, if the letter y stands before a vowel, we simply add an s. For examples: day, days, key, keys, boy, boys. The fourth. When a noun ends in f or fe, we change the f or fe to vs. For examples: leaf, leaves, life, lives, calf, calves. However, if there are two terminals f, or if we still pronounce the f in the plural, then you simply add an s. For examples: cliff, cliffs, chief, chiefs, reef, reefs. The fifth. Irregular plural nouns. Most English nouns form their plural by adding either s. For examples: hands, bands, cars, or es. For examples: boxes, bunches, watches. These plural forms are known to follow a regular pattern. However, many plurals are irregular. They don't adhere the rules, so there is no way but remember each one. For example: child, children, mouse, mice, man, men. Five. Possessive nouns. Possessive noun shows who or what owns something or has something. You have most likely seen the use of the possessive noun in a variety of sentences. In written English, they are easily identified as being a noun with the addition of an apostrophe in the letter s. They are used to show possession of another noun. Of course, there are rules surrounding the use of the possessive noun, and this is an important part of English grammar. The first rule. We add an apostrophe in s to a singular noun to make it a possessive noun. For examples, Peter, Peter's glove, the duck, the duck's wings. The second rule. When a plural noun ends in s, we just add an apostrophe to make it a possessive noun. For examples, the schools teams, the boys ball. The third rule. When a plural noun does not end in s, or in other words, they are irregular plural nouns, we add an apostrophe in s to make it a possessive noun. For examples, the children, the children's toys, the mice, the mice's tails. The fourth rule. When two nouns are joined together, if there is joint possession, we use the correct possessive for only the possessive closest to the noun. For examples, Trump and Pence's campaign was successful. I didn't come to Mr. and Mrs. Heinz's wedding. The fifth rule. When two nouns are joined and ownership is separated, if there is a separate possession of the same noun, we use the correct possessive form for each word. For examples, Pike's and Annette's books are full of useful information. The chairs and the bicycle's owners could speak English perfectly. The final rule. Making hyphenated or compound nouns possessive. With hyphenated or compound nouns, we use the correct possessive form for the word closest to the noun. Avoid possessives with compound plurals. For examples, the English teacher's method is very effective. My son-in-law's gift is a gold necklace. 6. Compound and collective nouns. Compound nouns. Compound nouns are nouns that are made with two or more words. Here are 08 ways to form a compound noun. Noun plus noun. For examples, boyfriend, greenhouse, football, grandfather, homework, teacup, friendship, etc. Noun plus verb. For examples, heartbeat, sunrise, raindrop, handmade, haircut, etc. Adjective plus noun. For examples, blackboard, greenhouse, highway, etc. Adverb plus noun. For examples, online, overdue, overdose, outside, outdoor, etc. Verb plus noun. For examples, washing machine, swimming pool, etc. Adverb plus verb. For examples, output, intake, etc. Verb plus adverb for examples, take over, take down, etc. Adverb plus noun. For examples, upstairs, downstairs, etc. Collective nouns. The collective noun is used to refer to a collection of things or people. They are also used to refer to a singular verb and make it as though it were one entity. Let's take a look at some examples of collective nouns. The pack of dogs ran wild through the town. The choir sang loudly in the church. A colony of ants will leave on a nuptial flight. Thanks for watching. English Garden. Bring the world to you all.